Okay. It's recording.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Here we go. So God told me to do something about how do I feel today? How do I exactly feel today? Okay, this is something that's definitely different. Now I look at it for what it is. I mean, today I feel like I just want to basically be a successful hip hop artist, and I want to basically look at my own element and basically do something for me. So the thing about what's going on with me personally is I'm basically using something with my own benefit. It's like if I really take something for what it is and build it for myself, I'm doing something for me. So the ordeal of this is to say that I'm looking at everything that I'm doing in my psychopath. This is something that I do know with me. If I figure something for what it is and I know what it is supposed to be for me, then I'm doing something different every time. I know the acknowledgement of what the acknowledgement is, and I take something for what it's supposed to be for me for. So the strategy of what I'm doing with me is to say, I'm doing something in order to make myself beneficial. See, God is in the picture of the mist. He's basically showing me something about Chip. Chip say that when it comes to freestyling, I'm always like repeating myself and using the same material, a sentence phrases and words. So this is what I do know about Chip. Chip is my therapist. He always critique my music for what it is. Now I'm gonna show you something that's very heartbreaking for me. Technically, I'm 35 years old now. My birthday just passed. My birthday was on January the 13th of 2026. Now, I'm going to show you something about my birthday. What did I do? I basically went to work. I went to True. I went to a rehabilitation program where I basically did some projects at this program. Now, I'm going to show you something. I don't remember if I edit any videos or did some photo editing, but all I remember is I worked on that Pacific Day. And then after I came from work, I took the 740 to get to basically Southfield and Telegraph from Berkeley of Michigan. Then I took the 405 from Southfield and Telegraph and I went home. Now I'm gonna show you something about with me. My parents are very bold. They're very in statement of. But the thing about this is with me, currently I still live with them. But I'm gonna show you something that's very heartbreaking for me. I'm basically about to get my own place and I'm about to live on my own because I have enough money for me to live on my own. Now I work a different type of job. I work this type of job to show myself what I am approved of. Now I'm gonna show you something about with me. The thing about the settlement of me is basically saying that I'm taking something for myself. I'm actually doing something for me. I am mind framing something for me in order to do me in the different way. See, this is where my life is basically coming into a settlement that can frequency me up. If I think about where I'm going in my life cycle, and if I think about where I'm doing with myself, then I know what I'm supposed to do in me. See, D-Man Foundation is basically a music program where it's basically mental therapy. So the thing about this is I did record a track called Men of Mighty. Men of Mighty. But the track is called We the Men of Mighty. We the Men of Mighty. And at the same time, the track sound different. Everything is on point. So I know Chip is going to give me full credit on this song right here because I took the time to write down these lyrics. Now I'm going to show you something that's even further state of mind. These lyrics are lyrics that came directly from God. This is something that I'm going to show you about the leadership of God. He's basically my ghost writer. He writes for me. That is what that is because I can hear his voice in a audible voice. Now, the thing about this is the audible voice that I hear God in is basically something that I go up against. Now, when it comes to freestyling, at times God do lead me and direct me on how to do my freestyles, it's all about super sufficient aspect. And at the same time, I'm doing something with myself. So in order to do this different and know this different and flip this different and shake this different, I'm just doing something for myself on. Now, one thing about with me is I'm basically televising for what I supposed to do on. Now, the different direction that I take with me is to basically mind frame me through something in order to do it different. Now, this is something that God did with me at Planet Fitness yesterday. He said, what you're going to do is you're going to basically stay down here on this earth until it's your time to leave. He basically showed me that, oh, you're going to be on this earth all the way until the rapture, all the way to 6,666 June 6:06 p.m. And then at the same time, he switched up and said, no, you're going to actually die at 100 years old, which is 2091. He only did that so I can stay close to him, so I can basically live in a holy aspect. But which direction is it? The different direction that God has saved me through, he's basically saying, I'm just going to stay down on this earth until it's my time to die and leave this earth and leave this planet for what it is. Now, he's just basically playing with me to show me that he's just being a plan. He's just being a plain type of God. He's basically telling me something to show me what I'm doing for me. But all he's doing with me is to say that I'm doing something for myself. So to do this right and to flip this right and to televise this right, this is just something that God is teaching me about patience. He's saying, Matthew, I know you always want to be at the studio. You have some type of anxiety to always want to create something at the studio. But the thing about this is, you know why last week you didn't go to the studio on a Wednesday? Because you had an anxiety of always wanting to be at the studio. But God is teaching me a Bible lesson about patience. You have to take what you got in order to make it work. So now this is a track that Chip will give me full credit on. Now, the track is very done. Now, what God want me to do next week is he just want me to basically put some more material on YouTube, because he just wanted this to be something that's set up where Chip would give me full credit on my lyricism that came directly from God. Now what God want me to do is he say I can still be this famous hip hop artist. I can do it. And at the same time, I can still be basically a YouTuber preacher for YouTube. I can multitask with my leadership. That's what that is, because the calling on my life is very different than every era point. So on this one, that's enough said.